Now, this is Steph with Stephssassyscrappers, and I'm going to make sure that it is spotlighted. There, spotlighted for everybody so you can see me. I am from Central Iowa, and every Thursday I try to either have a Zoom with my Sassy Scrappers or a recording. And this week I'm going to have to do another recording. I have grandkids that are involved in sports, and I'm going to be actually keeping my grandkids this Thursday. And so I have to feed them supper and all that kind of stuff after their activities. So I'm going to be kind of busy and wanted to make sure that I spent quality time with you guys too. So I am recording this tonight, and I will show you how to do a page. This is going to be an easy page. That's what we like to do on Thursday nights, make quick, easy pages. And I'm going to turn you down here to my desktop so you can see. This could easily be switched into a double page layout just by mirroring the image. But we're just going to do one tonight, and then you can obviously mirror it and put the pictures on however you want. So I am going to remove my spotlight here, and I am going to spotlight my tabletop. And hopefully you can all see this. Now I got some bright colors here. Aren't they fun? So I started off looking for some papers, starting off looking for a highlight paper or a hero paper, you may want to call it. And I was going to do this one, and then this one flipped up, and I thought, whoa, that's even bigger. So I'm going to use this as my hero paper. And then I brought this in because it kind of has the same coloring, but yet it pulls some other colors in as well. So I can add, some of the teal color, and I can add some of the pink color to pick up the pink and the teal in this paper as well. But this one is going to be my big one. So it's very simple. We are going to use the Border Maker cartridge tonight, and I'm going to punch 3 borders, one out of each one of these 3 papers. And I'm using tonight the cyclic circles. Now, this was very popular, came out the first of the year with a noteworthy paper collection, and it sold out. So I believe May 1st it's supposed to be back in, but it's really a cool one. And actually we might, if we have time, even try to weave a little bit on this one, weave another paper through it. So we're also going to need your trimmer. And like I said, you're going to need like 4 pieces of paper, and they can be scratch papers. We're just going to punch some borders out of some of these. And then a piece of cardstock for your base. And I use the light yellow, I forget what it's called, canary, I believe it is, for the base, just because I thought it kind of went with all of them. So, all right, so we're going to cut a piece of your hero paper at 4 inches. These papers are all from the Growing Up collection, and that was the collection that we had 1 paper pack, embellishment, stickers, and then the rest of them were just paper and stickers, and they were like growing outside, growing inside. There were some little girls ones, some boys ones, so all different kinds. All right, so we're going to put that over here, but we're not going to put it down yet. We're going to start punching some borders. If you have not used our border maker system yet, you should. You'll fall in love with it, believe me. Okay, this is our tray, paper tray. And we are going to put this in still here, down through here. So we're going to put this little tray out that comes from the bottom, and that's how we're going to get our paper in there right. Now this is directional paper. I think it's Slinkies or something in there, but I figure when I punch it, you're not going to be able to see any pattern to it anyway. I'm just using it basically for color. So did you see how I put that in there? We'll do it again later. And then I folded this down. Then on our housing unit, you just stick the cartridge in there. And then you're going to line up these little teeth with the grooves at the bottom down here. Another good way to do it is there's a little line right here on the housing unit, and there's little lines along here on the paper unit. So you just line those up and you can feel it go into place. And we just punch. Now, the best kind of punch probably for this layout would be a chain punch. And what that means is it punches it clear off the paper. So you don't have to make this next cut that we're going to. If you need some little circles, looky there, cool circles. Or punch poop, as I call it. Some people don't like that name though. Okay, so I have this border. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my trimmer back because I'm going to kind of make it into a chain border. And it's about an 1/8 of an inch or so. So we're going to take and cut it at about an 1/8 of an inch past this, which would give me, let's go at 1 1/4 and see how that looks. Hey, that's pretty good, isn't it? So that'll be one of our borders over here. We're going to do the same thing for these other two papers. Again, we're going to pull out our paper tray. We'll lift up the tab here so we can slide our paper into it. There is a magnetic strip here and here that holds your paper once you get it in there. We're going to pull the paper clear over to the edge of the tray, snap that down, and snap that back underneath. Punch away we go. Okay, now this time we know that 1 1/4 works well to cut it off at. So we're just going to put it up here and put it on 1 1/4. Sure you got it straight all the way down. And cut away. Get rid of our punch poop. Ooh, we could save that punch poop. Looky there, we could save it and put him in here. Could even go there. They're different colors. I don't know where that one blue one came from. The rest of them are all this goldy color. We could do that. Yeah, the rest of them are all gold. So I don't want one blue one. Okay, so now we've got two. Now we need to do a third. This one's cute on the back as cowboy boots. Whoops, wrong thing. Our border punch again. And again, we're going to slide it in. Go to the edge of the tray. Line it up here good. Put this back and punch. That felt funny. I think it moved on me. I'm going to cut that off and we're going to try it again. I don't want messed up from the get-go. Try it again. I think when I push the cartridge in, it pushed the paper. Ooh, I like those pink little circles though. Try it again. Okay. That looks better. Now, I'm not a fancy video person. If I screw up, you see me screw up, and I don't edit it out. What you see is what you get. Oh, look at those pretty pink ones. Those might be able to go in this one. So we're going to bring this trimmer over again, and we're going to cut out, you guessed it, 1 1/4. Line it up. straight all the way down and trim it off. Oh, and look at those pretty circles. This isn't what I had planned to do, but I'm thinking that might be fun. What do you think? I kind of like that. Okay, so what I need, I think I threw all my blue circles away, didn't I? I see them here. Let's see if I can dig them out of the trash. How many do I need? Okay, if I do this one like that one, 2, 3. Oh, I need one more. There's one. How's that? That's kind of cute, isn't it? Then we don't have to weave. You can weave a strip through there too, but I don't know. Do we need to do it to all of them? I think I like it just with every other. So I'm gonna get out my trusty dusty pickup tool. Pull that one out of there. I might do that. Now we need to get some adhesive. And if you know me, I'm a repo girl. I use repo for almost everything. And I just heard not too long ago that they are coming out with a big, supersized with repo, which I almost jumped up and down. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna kind of pull these over off the thing, scoot these over a little bit, and I'm gonna start with this blue strip over here, or teal, island water, whatever color it is. And I'm going to use my silicone mat here. I'm just going to put a little repo on, flip it over. And I should probably put some of my mint tape on here to hold this so it doesn't move on me. And I'm going to put this at 1/4 inch. So I'm just leaving a little bit of the base to show left side. 1/4 and 1/4. It looks crooked. But I have crooked eyes. Okay, then I'm going to adhere the 4-inch piece. Look at that. That would even be cute, wouldn't it? Oh, I wish I was live. You guys could tell me which side you like better. I think I like this side better. Maybe then I'll put the pink to it, and this one out here on the edge. What do you think? See, when I go live, and you guys can help me decide what you like and what you don't like. I'm looking on camera because a lot of times it's easier to look on camera. I think I'm going to stick with the sun. I just think since I have this other patterned paper, it goes better. I don't know. Always change it up, I guess. Yeah. Right beside that. Now, if you're using a chain, you won't have this flat edge here to butt up against. So you just, just put it down and just center it there the best you can. Okay, we're going to put this next one down. And again, I'm just going to butt it right up against. You have a chain one, you can just put it just off a little bit. And then lastly, our pink one. Again, just butt it right up against there. There. Okay, now we're going to add dots. Now I'm just going to go and put a little repo that dot and just set it in there. Look. Let's do it on every other one. Go. And I think I did pink next. This would be called our tedious work. And you wouldn't have to do this. I just thought after I started punching and saw the circles, I thought, oh, that's really cool. Our pink one. There we go. And then I'm going to do the teal. So I'm going to start opposite of this one. You can truly call this a garbage page. I pulled these out of the garbage. Okay, and basically, I'm done with the layout. Now, like I said, you can do exactly the same thing, just mirror it, put your just plain cardstock right beside here. Basically, it would be like this on the other side. And I am going to get out my placement card so you can see kind of how the pictures will go. And I would probably suggest you could map these as well. We're going to have a 6x4. and another 6x4. And then you'll have a little place down here at the bottom that you can, put an embellishment, put a title, whatever you want down there. And we're going to line up on this side with a 4x6. And you can see you'll have just a little bit on each side of the picture. And another 4x6, butting right up to it and going all the way to the bottom. So there would be one page, okay? Like I said, you can do journaling, embellishment cluster, title, whatever you want down here. And then if you wanted to mirror this, again, you would just go like this. Except I think I would do a little something different over here. Instead of the 6x4s, you could still do your two 4x6s here. And that's going to give you what? 2, 4, 6 pictures. But then I think what I would do, and it depends on what you have for pictures too. But then I think I would drop down and do some 4x4s. And whether you wanted to leave in the middle, so you've got, your bottom and your middle, and then maybe you put something up here for your triangle, or you wanted to put them towards the bottom and do something up here. That's entirely up to you. Again, you can mat, the 6x4s. You could mat these if you really want to, but I don't know if you need to, depending on what your pictures are. And then you would have a 2-page spread. Okay. So pretty easy, huh? Just need a 4x12 and punch 3 strips, or 2 4x12s and punch 6 strips. Make your double page. So I hope that you like that, and you can use it, of course, with any collection. Just change your punch up a little bit depending on what you're doing, and it'll come out. It'll be great. There's a lot of pattern to it yet, color, or if you wanted to mute it down, you could, but it'll still look really great. Hope you like this. Hope you do it. And if you're on YouTube watching this, I would love it if you would go to the Sassy Scrapper on Facebook and post your layout there so we can see what you did with this. See how you like it, okay? Also, if you like any of the products that you saw, please feel free to jump on www.creativememories.com/user/Steph and look at all the wonderful things that we have there that you can purchase. And if you need any help in how to use any of it, just let me know. I'd be glad to help you. Okay. So stay sassy and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.